Welcome. The purpose of this video is to teach you how to code with graphics a little bit. Basically, we're going to make a little Pac-Man thing where Pac-Man moves around our screen using arrow keys. To get started, you will need some files. I basically made some code that works already, and then you can just kind of modify and play with it just to kind of learn a little bit about how it works and see what you can build from this base. So what you need is this graphics folder, GUI folder out on our Schoology page. So if you click inside of there, there's a special folder for Pac-Man. And what you'll need is these three files. So you have two Java files here and then a Pac-Man image that is going to be used to draw Pac-Man. You can certainly draw your own images later on using kind of the same strategy as I'm showing in this video. So what you need then is inside Eclipse, I would make a little package. It looks like I called mine, this is chapter 10 programs here, source, and then I made a little package called arrow keys Pac-Man or whatever. And so then inside of there I have all three of my files, game, runner, and then that Pac-Man image. Importantly, if you add any more images, you have to put them in this folder. Like basically, honestly, one of the hardest parts about this code is making sure the code can reference the images, so it needs to know how to find them. And so the way I've set it up, I just put the image right inside the same package as the Java files, and then hopefully it's able to find it and work. All right, so I'm going to show you kind of how it works basically. So the one file is called runner. So I've got that loaded up here, and it has a main, and it kind of like the name says, it runs the code to start. So main member is always like our starting point. So when I hit go, it runs this main, and the first line in here is it makes a frame. Maybe I'll make this big so we can see this. So it makes a frame, and it gives it a title, arrow keys, and so all a JFrame is like a window that you see. So when I run this thing right here, this whole screen thing is called the frame, and you can kind of see it has the name arrow keys or whatever string we put in there. And all it does right now is just have the Pac-Man move around as I press the arrow keys up, down, left, right on my keyboard. Alright, so the rest of the code here, I don't think you have to know too much about. It's going to make a new game file, which will actually start the code in the other Java running. So this line just basically starts to run the code in that separate file. This key listener just makes sure that the frame is listening for changes in game, basically. So when game it makes changes, this frame updates, called the key listener, listening for the keys being pressed, basically. This is a couple more things with the frame. This sets the size to 500 by 500. I think if I change this, let's see if this is true. If I make it 800, then I think the dimensions will change. So now I got like a skinnier, taller one for my frame. But I'm going to go back to my standard 500. This says, can they resize it? Is false. And this just makes it visible. I'm not sure why you'd ever want it to be invisible. Well, actually, there are times in the program maybe you want your frame to be invisible, but for us, the simple thing is just to set it to true. Okay, and most of the part, you don't have to worry about this code. If you want to change the size or something, you could, but for the most part, you can just leave this code unchanged. Where you're going to make your changes is in this game file. All right, so if I click into there, this is game.java. You can see there's a lot going on inside of here. It's got a crazy, class heading, an extend J panel. And so basically this is actually what's called a panel, and a panel just sits inside the frame. So if I run this again, we have our frame here, and then inside of here is the panel. So they're pretty much indistinguishable, except the frame has this heading up here, and then the panel is inside of it. So some things with the panel, basically what we're doing is we're drawing in this panel. So this has like a graphics component, and then we just draw in it. All right, and so there's a lot of code again, but the main thing is there's this paint method, which has a graphics component. And then you don't have to worry about what these lines do. I wouldn't change them, but you don't have to do anything. And then we take this G2D, which is a graphics thing, and then we start to draw with it. Okay, so if you look at, I call it a separate method. I generally think it's good to organize more complex code in methods. So I have a method here for draw Pac-Man that takes the graphics, and then it just draws Pac-Man. And so this is a method right? This G2D has a whole bunch of methods, and if you're not sure what they are, just type G2D, and you can see a whole bunch of them. And the most ones you're going to want to do are probably all draw. So you can draw a million things. You can draw images, polygons, strings. I think there's rectangles. I think there's a rectangle one. Yeah, there. Draw a rectangle. Draw a circle probably, or maybe oval. Yeah, there's draw oval, which could also draw a circle. So there's a whole bunch of draw methods in that graphics object. Alright, but the one that's being used currently is for drawing the Pacman image, which is just a variable. I think I got it stored up here called a buffered image. And so it just draws that Pacman image, and then you have an XY location, much like an XY coordinate grid you learned in math class. All that stuff that you slept through in math class is where it matters. You have an XY location, and then these are the dimensions of Pacman. And so what happens is when the arrow keys get pressed, these X and Y locations change. So they're defaulted, I think, to like 0 and 0, which is the upper left-hand corner up here. Alright, and so then when you press the arrow keys, it just changes the X and Y location. And then it's redrawing it at different locations. Okay, so if you look at the key, here's the keys being pressed. This just means like if they press the up arrow, so this is key event. I don't know what the VK stands for, honestly. I just know that this means the left arrow. And basically, this says if we're not going to move off the screen, then we want to change the X location. And so there's different code for up, down, left, right, and there's kind of these other ifs here to make sure it doesn't go off of the screen, go off the dimensions. And then it calls repaint, which will repaint the image. Repaint, I think, calls this paint method here to make sure it repaints the screen. Alright, so basically when an arrow key gets pressed, it just changes the XY location of Pacman, the X or Y specifically, and then redraws the picture. Okay, so one of the hard parts about this is understanding this coordinate plane deal because it's different than math class, right? So how Java does it is if this is our frame or our panel, I guess panel is probably what we're really drawing on here. So the panel has the upper left-hand corner is 0, 0, and then as we go this way, that will increase X. So that's just the X component of the location that gets bigger, positive. That's kind of like math class, right? And if we were over here and we move this way, we would want to subtract from X. That's the same. But the Y is sort of reversed. So this is 0 for Y right here. And then as we go down, we actually increase Y. So we start from 0, 0, and as we go down the screen, Y increases. So that this corner down here, just to make sure we understand this, this would have an unchanged X of 0, but then however big the screen is, let's say it's 500, then that would be a 500 down here for Y, right? Because we've gone all the way down to the very edge, right? And so when we want to move up, we actually subtract from Y. And again, this is sort of backwards from our regular coordinate plane, but it has to do with this corner is 0, 0, and then this very bottom corner is 500, 500. Alright, so you need to access different spots. So like, just to make sure you understand this, I'm going to put a dot right here and take your best guesstimate, right? If this is a 500 by 500 screen, what do you think the coordinates of that dot would be? Alright, so hopefully you've taken your guess. You can pause the video if you need. So X we've gone over, I don't know if we just kind of guesstimate this, I'd say about 200 maybe. I'm just guessing. And we've gone down, I don't know, about 75. Right, so that's my best guess, is that this is about a 75 right here for the Y. So we've gone from 0 to 75, and that's about 200. And those are actually measured in pixels. So you've gone 200 this way and about 75. That's just, again, a rough guess. Okay, and so when you start to draw stuff, you're going to specify the XY location. So as an example, I'm going to try and draw like a rectangle right here on my Pacman screen. So I basically need 4 things when I do this. I need to specify this corner, so the XY location, and again, I'll just kind of guesstimate. So I'm going to say that's about 100 for X, and about, I don't know how far have we gone down here, let's say 200 for Y. So we got to specify that. And then we also have to specify the length and the width of it. And I forget which one is which. I think this bottom one would be length. And so let's say that that's about 100, and let's say the width is 50. Okay, so we're going to have to specify all those when we draw our rectangle on our grid. Okay, so I'm going to go back into my Pacman code. And all of it's going to be with this graphics object here. And so because I'm obsessed with splitting my code into methods, I'm going to make another one private. You could do public, but private void draw objects. I'm just going to have it draw some objects on the screen. Okay, and to do this, I'm going to need my graphics object again. So I have to pass it in, right? Much like I did to this draw Pacman. So I'm going to pass in my graphics object. And then when I call the method from up here, I'm going to do draw objects, call the method so that actually runs the code, and it's going to use that same graphics object. Alright, and then to use it, I'm just going to do G2D, and you can guess. I'm going to draw, and I'm going to guess that it's going to be rectangle. And if you look at right here, hopefully you can see this, here's all the parameters. We've got an XY location, and then a width and a height. Okay, so let's go back and see. I want it to draw it at 100, 200. So I'm going to do X of 100, Y of 200, and then the width and height. And I always forget which is which, but I think I'm going to do 50 and try a height of 100. And if it doesn't work, I'll just figure it out and play with it some more. And so I'm going to draw it, and I got it going the wrong way. So it looks like my width and height are wrong. So yeah, try it again. Let's do 100, and then 50 for this one, and then see if I can run it. And now I get a rectangle approximately where I want, right? And so now I can start to have Pacman make some grid or something for him to fly around. And there's a whole bunch of draw methods. I think you just got to play with them. So like if you want a filled in rectangle, I think it's a fill rectangle, and then it'd be like the same thing. So it would be, I forget what these were already, 100, 200, and then 150, so it'll draw a filled in rectangle. Alright, so now I got a solid rectangle. I think Pacman Code's going to hide behind it now. Okay. And so you just got to play around, and you can look up this graphic stuff on the internet and learn more about it. And one other thing maybe I want to show you is if you want to change the color of what you're drawing, I think it's G2D dot set color maybe. Yeah, set color. There it is. And then you can do color dot, and then there's all these different colors. So cyan, I don't even know what that color is, but we'll draw it cyan. So that'll make this, if I do that before I draw my rectangle, it'll draw a cyan rectangle, hopefully. Ooh, cyan. That's not what I thought it looked like, but there you go. And so you can play around with this and change what the arrow keys do. You know, you can add more arrow key events to do different things. Like if you hit spacebar, I don't know, to play a sound or something like that. You could add in another image. Here's where it's loading the image, the Pacman image. So you could kind of mimic this code and get your own image, change it in there. Basically, this is just a toolbox for you to play around with. Something that I think is kind of fun. Email, comment, let me know if there's questions or anything like that. All right, good luck.